Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Up and Edgy. What I have here is more than what I normally use, but I want the extra onions and whatever juices are left. Okay, I'm doing the liver and onion video. Do not mistake this with your grandma's liver, onions, and gravy that you had as a child, because this is nothing like it. Okay, over here I have the liver. I've got this plate and this plate have nice slices on it. These are the scrappy pieces. These are the ones I do not like to deal with. And there's the pot right here that I'm going to be cooking it in. So let's start with me getting my stuff together here a little bit. Now normally, generally speaking, I would use salt and pepper. But by now, y'all all know I have that peptic ulcer, so therefore, I can only lightly salt this. Well, that's lightly to me. Anyway, normally I would put pepper. I will put pepper on my husband's, but I will not be putting it on mine when I serve his up. And the other thing you need is bread. He can have the regular white bread, so I'll be toasting that in the background, and I can have the sourdough bread. I shall return. Okay, I'm going to start with 2 pieces of the liver in here first. Oh, and for the record, that is avocado oil in here. They said I could have olive oil or avocado. I'm going with the avocado because I do not like olive oil, period. I just do not like avocado oil. This is not going so well, but it is what it is. This is so slimy to mess with, y'all. And yes, I have a rag over here. I'm wiping my hands off in between putting the liver in the pan. Not to mention a nice soapy rag. Now y'all saw I salted one side. I'm going to salt the other side. Okay. Now usually let it go for about a minute per side, and that sticking to the side is not bothering me at all. And I'll tell y'all why. Because I want that spawn in this liver. And this liver is sticking bad today. But I'm not using a non-stick skillet like I did the other day when I made it for breakfast. Oh my God, when liver tastes good for you for breakfast, you know you haven't had anything decent to eat in a few days. Quite a few days now. Come on, and stick a little bit. This is not how it's supposed to work, y'all, but it's happening today. I think because I'm irritated really bad. I've tried to start this video like 3 times, and it's been an interruption all 3 times, so I just decided to go a different route trying to make this video. Y'all gonna say, yuck, that's rare. It's just, please bear with me. If I can get it unstuck from the pan long enough to fry it without being burnt to death. So all I'm wanting is that brown. I want it brown, that's it. Because it will be going back, it's coming out of the pot, but it's going back in the pot. Okay, I'm going to let that brown. There we go. I'm fixing to, all I'm going to do is pull this out and put it on a platter and go to step 2. Okay, there's the liver. It's out of the pot right now. Slide that to the side. You can see that they got some stuck on spawn in here, which is what I want. I'm adding a little more, as you see, avocado oil. Squeeze that just a tad. Doesn't really matter. So now I'm going in with all these onions. Generally, I use only 2 onions, but again, like I said, I want the I want the leftover onions. I can have onions in my diet, and I'm tired of picking onions. Trust me, I'm sick of them. I'm going to let that just sit there, let these brown a little bit, and check on my toast while y'all watch that saute. Okay, that's a done deal. You just want to sweat these onions down. You see it's going to pull most of that fond out from the liquid of the onions. At least I'm hoping y'all can see all of that. I want those onions brown, but not like, I want them brown, but not caramelized. I don't want the sweetness of the onion to come out, and I don't want the starch of the onion to come out. At this point. Okay, yes, I put sauce on I'm gonna put sauce on the onions. I'm going to use some garlic powder. And garlic is good also for my diet. I'm sure raw is probably better than the granulated, but we're going with what I'm doing right now. I've never actually put raw garlic in when I make this, so I'm going with what I know. Like I said, this is not your grandma's liver and onions, because this is exactly what this is, liver and onions. Okay, that's the toaster. Let me know, hey, the toast is ready. I've got some, I'm using Better Than Bouillon beef broth. Those onions just a little browner than that. Okay, when onions are done browning, I'll bring y'all back. Okay, I believe these are about as brown as I want them. I'm seeing them darker. If you've ever been to Golden Corral, you'll see the onions, the liver and onions the same way. You don't see that thick old flour gravy. And what I failed to mention now, if you want your grandma's liver, before you put the onions in, you make the little flour roux and then add the onions just for a minute and add your broth or water or whatever it is you choose to add to it. I'm not going that route. I never could stand liver, onions, and gravy because when we was kids, my grandmother would cook it to death, number one, and number two, she served that liver gravy over yellow grits, and I would just gag. I would just get sick. Okay, so I'm coming in. I had 3 cups of the Better Than Bouillon mixed up with the water, but we're going to see how this works. And I'm going to let that cook for approximately 2 to 3, for about 2 minutes. And then I'll add the liver. So the liver is never cooked. You fry it on both sides about a minute apiece, which I know I went a little longer this time. And you then you put it back in the pot after the onions have cooked for about 2 minutes. I'll bring you back then. Okay, y'all see how that's starting to kind of mimic a French onion soup. We're not going for that. Alright, so now I'm going to attempt to put this liver back in there without making too big of a mess. This part here will take, it's always taking me only 3 minutes any other time. But today I'm on video, so who knows. This is the one that got stuck to the bottom that left the little grumneys, as I call it, but it's really called fond. Well, I can't get anything to do go right today, y'all. Alright, get off the fork. Liver should be served very tender. That's the juices out of the liver, blood juices, whatever you want to call it. That's how we eat it. Some people will get upset with that. I cannot help what other people do and don't care for or like. Let's stir that around like that. I'm going to put this lid on. I'm setting my timer, and I'm putting it on at a jar, and I will be back in 3 minutes. Okay, I wanted to bring y'all back to let you know that I did flip the meat, and at a 1.5-minute interval, and I will return. Okay, y'all, this is full 3 minutes. I'm removing the liver, and yes, it is cooked. It's just very tender. That's how I want it. I want the onions to cook down just a tad bit more. Because y'all going to see how I serve it over, or how it's served over. I'm not going to serve it up with the morning I'm having here. I'm not. I'll serve it up and then bring it back. Save y'all the misery of y'all watching all these mess ups on here. You know, sometimes you just have those days. I mean, everybody has them. Okay, that is about as thick as I want it. Just about. Alright. I'll bring y'all back when I serve it up. Okay, I didn't think it was fair not to bring y'all back and show y'all. There's the thickness I'm looking for. Okay, I'm getting ready to serve this up. And that will be the next view you see as it's served up. Okay, y'all, there it is. It's served up, ready to go, and that's what my liver and onions look like. If this is something you'd like to try, let me know. If it's not, I don't care. Let me know that too. And if you cook it a different way than I just showed y'all, leave that in the comments as well. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and by all means leave a comment. This is nothing edited. Oh, I'm not out yet. This is for Teresa, who is Les's wife over at Lone Star Pioneer, and they requested this recipe, and so I'm doing it. And I'm glad he did, because I really want liver again today. Alright, this is nothing edited, and I'm out.